We're joined on the line this morning by Jack Fitzpatrick, who is chair of the St Mary of the Angels Parents and Relatives Group. Jack's son Bernard is a resident of St Mary of the Angels. Good morning to you, Jack, and thank you for joining us on Kerry Today this morning. How are you keeping?
Good morning, Tressa. I'm very well, thank you. So far, so good, we can't complain so far. In St Mary of the Angels, I suppose there was a great deal of work put in before the outbreak, and at the start of the outbreak, I suppose really by the management and by the staff. And touch wood, so far so good. There has been no outbreaks there. Of course, there's one or two people that are, that are taking precautions and stuff like that because they have colds or whatever. But overall, things are good. It's a complete shutdown there. It's just the management and staff and the residents that are there at the moment, which we are fully supportive of because that is very necessary.
Now, St Mary of the Angels is run by St John of God Services in Kerry, and they've launched a recruitment drive, as has the health service across the board.
Yes, well, what they're doing, which of course is very good planning, is that they're trying to put a backup team in place, like not just of nurses and frontline carers, but also of cleaners and people in working kitchens and the whole lot, because it's such a big operation. And like if there was an outbreak, or if a number of staff got sick themselves, there would need to be a backup team. So they're at the moment they're trying to put that together. They're also looking for a few people to take on, of course, as well. But at the moment, their priority is to have a backup team if something goes wrong.
So they're looking for relief staff.
They're looking for relief, that if something goes wrong, it could happen very, very quickly. It could happen, as overnight or in a matter of hours, and then you could wind up with losing a whole number of very, very vital staff members, be it nurses, carers, or cleaners, or people in the kitchen or whatever. And then, if you need people to be ready on hand to come on board and help out, because it's so important where there are 76 very vulnerable people,
The St John of God's, they're looking for nurses, social care workers, care assistants, or if you'd like to help in the household or catering, and they're interested in supporting the service. So it's not just qualified health staff. If you have a background in cleaning or catering, if you want to help during this time of a public emergency and want to help St John of God Services and St Mary of the Angels, that they'd be looking for you as well.
Absolutely, yes. Or if you just want to even volunteers, you just can't have too many people at the moment, as you know yourself, the way things are, that you really need. Now that said, I just have to say on behalf of the families, that we're forever grateful to the day service, the children's staff, and all of the management, for the excellent job that they have done in putting a system together, that so far so good has kept the place safe and kept our people safe, And, I'd just like to assure all the other families, because I know from talking to management that everything that could possibly be being done is being done, which is great.
They're real heroes, aren't they?
They're very good, in fairness. It's a vocation, it's not a job, it's a vocation, the work they do, and they have, I know even my own daughters now, and with Bernard, the staff have set up Skype with them, and that they can, when you can see the person, it makes such a difference, and other families, I hope they're doing that, and the staff are more than willing to set up Skypes with their mobile phones or whatever, so they can see their person,
That's so thoughtful. I actually hadn't thought of that. But that staff would do that bit extra, so you can still see your loved one and they can still see you.
Absolutely. And which is very, very important, because you can well imagine that for people with disabilities, a lot of them they can't understand why mum or dad or my sister Mary or Joyce or whoever isn't coming in anymore, Joyce Bambury was just telling me the other day, her father Jerry, God rest his soul, was a great volunteer for St Mary of the Angels, raised, I'd say, hundreds of thousands in New York for years. But Joyce's brother Thomas is in St Mary of the Angels, and he's one person now who finds it difficult to understand, why he can't be going home with Joyce, But that's just the way it is at the moment, unfortunately,
And in recent days, it was confirmed, or it was announced that for nursing students who are working will be paid by the health service who've been recruited in during this emergency, and St John of God's are also looking for nursing students who've completed their first year in college, and also social care workers to offer that relief to take up temporary or relief contracts and support the services if it should come under pressure.
If it's absolutely, and like I know the special needs schools, are closed down now as well as all schools are, and maybe there are care assistants and nurses in that area, that might maybe have the time to help out.
What do you think we're learning about this as a people this time, Jack?
Yeah, I think people will, when we come out, we'll probably come out better for it. That people's priorities will be different. I think, and I think the whole thing will slow down. That we were all in this mad rat race, if you like trying to go where or achieve what, at the end of the day. I think that people will be more caring, and I think it will be a better world.
Well, Jack, thank you so much for joining us on Radio Kerry this morning on the Kerry Today Show. Stay safe and well. Best wishes to your family and, of course, to Bernard and everyone at St Mary of the Angels. And thank you for filling us in on that St John of God services are seeking urgent support in settings, in residential settings such as St Mary of the Angels. They're looking for qualified nurses, social care workers, care assistants, or if you'd like to help in household or catering, are indeed interested in supporting the service in the crisis. And also they're looking for nursing. They'd like to hear from nursing students who've completed their first year in college, and social care workers who have completed their second year in college to come on board as care assistants. And if you would like more information, you go to the Facebook page of St John of God's Kerry. St John of God's Kerry, their Facebook page. And it's lovely what they have written. They're asking people to be a healthcare hero. Thank you. And I think we can all agree that people who've been working in the healthcare, people who've been working in our shops, people who've been maintaining our vital and essential services at this time, they are truly, indeed, our heroes.
Thanks for listening to this podcast from Radio Kerry. For more, go to radiokerry.ie/podcasts or search iTunes using the keyword Radio Kerry.